In this presentation, you will learn about the ideal types by Max Weber. The ideal type grew out of Weber's concepts of Verstehen and causal explanation. When Weber combined his idea of understanding with ideal types, sociology took a step towards scientific sophistication and socio-political utility. As explained by Collins and Makowski, social realities under Weber's analysis must be understood, Verstehen, by imagining oneself into the experience of men and women as they act out their own worlds. Ideal types are the tools for making scientific generalizations out of our understanding of this infinitely complex and shifting world. Sociology for Weber must formulate ideal types to make significant contribution to the causal explanation of social and cultural events. Ideal type is an abstract statement of the essential, though often exaggerated, characteristics of any social phenomenon. These ideal types can then be contrasted with actual empirical forms found in reality. According to Rosades, an ideal type is an analytical construct that serves the investigator as a measuring rod to ascertain similarities as well as deviations in concrete cases. It is a mental construct. At its most basic level, an ideal type is a concept constructed by the social scientist on the basis of his or her interests and theoretical orientation to capture the essential elements of some social phenomenon. They are heuristic device and are useful and helpful in doing empirical research and in understanding specific aspects of the social world. In the words of Weber, the function of ideal types is its function is the comparison with empirical reality in order to establish its divergences or similarities, to describe them with the most unambiguously intelligible concepts, and to understand and explain them causally. Weber developed three kinds of ideal types based on their levels of abstraction. Ideal types of historical particulars, which refer to specific historical realities such as Western society, Protestant ethic, or modern capitalism. Ideal types, which refer to abstract elements of the historical reality that are observable in a variety of historical and cultural contexts, such as bureaucracy or feudalism. Ideal types that constitute rationalizing reconstructions of a particular kind of behavior, such as propositions in economic theory. In Weber's view, the ideal type was to be derived inductively from the real world of social history. To produce ideal type, researchers first had to immerse themselves in historical reality and then derive the types from that reality. Although ideal types are to be derived from real world, they are not mirror images of the world. They are to be one-sided exaggeration of what goes on in the real world. The ideal type must be judged on its typicality and adequacy at the level of meaning. In Weber's view, the more exaggerated the ideal type, the more useful it is for historical research. An ideal type is not ideal in the sense of a standard of perfection or an ultimate goal. Ideal types do not embody essences or truth, but ideal types are constructed by sociologists and therefore are constructed from particular points of view. Applied primarily to various types of rational behavior, ideal type is fundamentally a model of what an agent would do if he were to act completely rationally according to the criteria of rationality in his behavior's sense. The ideal types provide the language and procedure for analyzing specific behavior while aiding in the formulation of theoretical explanations for behavioral instances which vary from ideal typical norms. I hope you now have a better understanding of ideal types. Thank you for watching the presentation.